Hey guys, well, in my hand right now I have a camera that I bought but I haven't used. I wanted to just have like more cool angles of my face and what I'm looking at or doing or working on. So I got this kind of vlogger style camera set up to be able to do exactly this. Come closer, talk to you guys on a more personal level and be able to film things up close. Anyhow, today's an exciting day. I'm gonna show you guys something that I've been scheming, working on, saving up for, and it's time to show you guys. So we're gonna go for a little road trip. All right, this is it. Pulling down the driveway of my house. We're gonna hit the road for about an hour or so, and got my co-pilot, Titus. Titus, say hi. Say hi, Titus. Because where we're going, I need a bit of a guard dog. More on that later. What's up, guys? I got myself my safari hat, pink, because, well, I have a soft spot deep down. Deep down. We are here at an undisclosed location. Me and my dog Titus are exploring a possible new cabin build site. That's right, folks. I've read your comments. I know in general you guys love my videos, and you know, the mobile bar is fun and all, but you guys are here because you want to see me build cabins, or build one cabin, and maybe you'll want to see me build another. And so that's why we're here, to explore a possible new cabin build site. We're about an hour and a half away from where my current house is. No, I'm not moving, but I am looking to explore a possibility of having an off-grid cabin. I think building an off-grid cabin would be the next step in my cabin building career. I learned a heck of a lot with the first cabin. I still got to make a video to show you all the things I learned and the things I wish I did differently. But we will get to that. But I figure I could take all my knowledge of what I learned with the first cabin and then also push some boundaries of skill learning and skill acquisition, and try and build an off-grid cabin. So everyone wants a cabin, and just everyone wants to learn how to build a cabin. Everyone wants to have their own space to go to on weekends and to relax, and you know, anxiety and stress are a real thing. And I know it's gotten crazier and crazier, and pretty much every other person I talk to has a bout of anxiety and or stress just with everything going on, and we've all forgotten how to relax, and so we got to teach ourselves. Yeah, so looking at this property to see if it could be a good site is all about that next chapter, because I want to take you guys with me on this next adventure, and it's going to be a crazy one. I think I'm signing up for a lot of work, but you know, I got to learn. And this could be a great learning opportunity for me and you. So you may or may not see behind me, or you know, what we're on right now, whereas we're on an old logging road. So this property, which, you know, makes it an ideal spot to possibly build, has logging roads, because 10 years ago they did what was called a select cut. And for those who don't know, a select cut is when they come in and take a certain percentage, whether it's 50% or more, of some standing timber. What that does is it clears room up for other smaller trees to then grow, and well, you get just a slightly, you know, thinner forest, which in a lot of ways is really nice. It opens up views, like sweet views like that, and yeah, it's pretty ideal. So that's actually one of these bonus things that this property had to offer when I originally heard about it. But these mountain roads are great. They go around the entire property, and yeah, it gives you the ability to get around pretty efficiently. But look at these views, are you kidding me? So to give you an idea, this is better part of 50 acres. And right now we're walking up a hill. This property is very hilly, which, you know, if you're looking for property, there's a lot of perks. Why? Well, a hilly property is a lot harder for someone to develop for like a large home or multiple homes. But for someone like me wanting to build a small footprint or a small cabin that, you know, in my case is going to be off grid, it couldn't be better, because, well, you get a slightly cheaper property. But if you want mountains to look at and trees and all that good stuff, well then it's perfect property for that. And now something that's kind of cool again about this property is because it's so hilly and mountainous, in a way you get more land, because 50 acres is measured on a flat plane or a linear plane, so to speak. I think linear is the right word. It sounds smart, so we'll just leave it there. And so because there's so many hills and valleys and it's very mountainous, well, you go up a hill and down a hill, and if you were to measure, you know, the square footage or the acreage from going up and down, you'd probably actually have a little bit more land than, you know, 50 acres on a flat surface. So again, bit of a perk. And I am by no means a professional when it comes to looking for land for a possible build site. You know, I've purchased 3 houses in my short life on this planet. And, you know, along the way, you learn a thing or two of what you're looking for and how to possibly get that perfect property that fits in line with those wants. But basically, to be the most prepared when you go and look at a property like this, well, you want to be prepared. You want to know what you're looking for, figure out where the nearest gas station is, grocery store, any of those things that might matter to you that could possibly make or break that possible building site for you. You just want to find those things out. So on my phone, I downloaded and got the membership to onX. It's famously known for hunting, but it's a very accurate way to find boundary lines, property lines. And because we're kind of in the boonies, my cell phone doesn't work very well. So I downloaded an app on onX so I can still find, you know, find out where it is I am and get a pretty good idea of the boundary lines or property lines of this property that I'm looking at. So this right here is the highest point of the property. It's a bit of a knoll. But look at these views. You got like a bit of a mountain back here. This is the most obvious mountain from the view. You know, mountains in the distance, and another kind of mountain behind these woods here. The select cut really opened up the views. You have all these, you know, standing pines still, bunch of oak, poplar. Yeah, I don't know why, but whenever there's been a clear cut, that grass naturally grows typically, and it's really pretty. Absolutely beautiful. Even though it's a day trip, it feels kind of fun, you know? Packing some Lara bars, some water, making sure I can survive up here. I don't have a whole lot of camping experience. I've done it a few times. I mean, I did it as a kid, but in my latter years of life, I haven't done a whole lot. Another reason why this property excites me, you know? I mean, most likely I'm gonna have to camp out here as I build whatever it is I build, if I get it. Actually, one thing I thought of, and let me know down in the comments below if you think this would be a cool idea, and if you guys would actually wanna watch this, but what if I built myself a little teardrop camper geared towards being able to charge my power tools, being able to, you know, sleep in it, and be an all-around utility vehicle that I can sleep in. I'm thinking about maybe I'll build a quick teardrop if and when I buy some property that I can camp out at. Could be kind of cool. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And it would be Woodness Goodness style, you know? We cut every corner possible and somehow end up with a somewhat usable product at the end. You want some Lara bar? You want that? Okay. It's banana, date, and cashew. It's probably not bad for you. All right, first signs of wildlife. Could possibly be a jackrabbit, or it could even be a black bear with a very strange diet. I just don't know. Taito, what do you think? The first time I came here, I did see black bear poop. So you gotta have your wits about you. I've heard that black bears like to befriend Canadians, so I think we should be okay. So another thing that's actually kind of smart, and if you can do it, I mean, more power to you, but to be looking for property, you know, in the fall, spring, and winter. Reason being is, I mean, number one, it's typically the ugliest time of year. I mean, not the fall and spring, but you know, that in-between time where there's no leaves on the trees, where things are typically more wet so you can see what water runoff looks like. And but you can also see what the land looks like when there's no leaves, which gives you a really good sense of the topography. And I mean, if you fall in love with a property when there's no leaves on the trees, being that this is Virginia, you know, obviously there's a lot of pine around here, but in general, when the trees don't have leaves on it, it doesn't really give you a good sense of the exact privacy that you might have or how beautiful things will actually look, you know, in the summer or well into the spring and fall. Anyhow, so it's actually been really helpful to be shopping around for land given the time of year, you know. Obviously, this is what they call a pine, or in Canada, pine. And, you know, they're straight as an arrow for the most part. And that's why they use it for lumber. And, like, look at the size of this pine. Oh my goonie. Look at the size of this thing. Like, that's a pine tree, folks. I don't know what kind of pine it is, but it's definitely a pine. You can tell it's a pine because, well, no one's correcting me. And if you're a fan of Lord of the Rings, you know trees do talk. The dead giveaway between a pine and a spruce, well, pine have long needles, spruce have shorter needles. Blue spruce, etc. Shorter needles, whereas pine have longer needles, okay? Both are softwoods, both are used in the lumber industry. And that's it for your daily knowledge fact with Woodness goodness. This could be another cabin build site. I mean, look at it in there. It's insane. It's absolutely gorgeous. I didn't mean to do that. Ouch. So see that hill way up there? That's the knoll. That's where that really nice cabin site is that I think, you know, top of the property, mountain views all around. Whoa. Yeah. I hope that was entertaining for you. I figured, you know, this is the beginning of the process, you know? Whether I get this land or not, this is where the adventure begins. And, you know, you guys are here with it. So, let me know what you think in the comments below. Let me know if you think building a cabin would be absolutely incroyable. Let me know if you were to build a cabin, what you'd build on this property, maybe where you'd build it. And I'm gonna keep you guys posted because the next adventure is right around the corner. And I want you guys hanging on to the edges of your seat with me, baby. As always, guys, thanks so much for watching. And be sure to like and subscribe because we are about to embark on the next adventure. And it's gonna be a crazy one. We're gonna learn a lot on the way. We're probably gonna not learn some stuff, We're gonna make some mistakes, but ultimately we will triumph, because that's what we do. Have a beautiful day, beautiful week, and be sure to get after it. Mwah. Peace out.